Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you're all well and safe and having a fab day. I'm on a bit of a roll today. This is the second painting I've done. This is the second in a series of 3 looking at the new smart papers available for Krita. Links in the description below of how to get these. And today I'm looking at the pastel watercolour papers. I've already done one on watercolour, link for that as well below, and I am doing the same source painting, so it's on foot again, same scene, same photo, totally different style, this time in pastels, using the smart papers to give you this lovely texture for your underpainting. So let's just get straight into the painting. So this is number 2 of 3 videos looking at the smart canvases in Krita. Today I'm going to look at the pastel texture. So I've created a new document, I've gone to templates, and I've installed all 3 of these as templates. They're just regular Krita files, but I've opened them up and then saved them as a template. So let's use the pastel paper one. I'll put a link where you can get all of these and the video that explains in great detail how to use all of these different layer functions. And that's the colour that I've got set for my pastel paper. Just wondering if I should use that or not. Let's see if I can get some advice from Ramon, who has produced the original video showing you how to use these.
Now I can select the color I want for this canvas. Oh my god, this is too magenta, but maybe you want...
Well, that's it then. Let's press F3 because I've got this layer selected, the background layer, and I'm going to change the color, and we're going to have to go for this magenta. Come on, Ramon, we can do this. This is going to be, I think, a fun colour to use as a background for my pastels. And I'm going to use the same painting or the same source photo as I did for the other one and do something completely different in pastels. So let's crack on. I've just tweaked the canvas colour very slightly, and you can see we've got a very different texture than we had for the watercolour paper, so that's cool. I've tweaked the colour slightly so it's a little bit more like the colour in Ramon's original video. I am going to go back to paintbrush, brush presets, and we want well, I've got to use Digital Atelier for pastels for this, but I don't want to have to redraw the whole thing again. I've drawn it already in the watercolor video, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paste that layer in. So now we've got this layer 15 pasted. I'm going to put that to the bottom of the stack, I think, so it's underneath the undercolor just in case, and I'm going to lock that. So my pencil drawing is already done. Got these lovely vibrant colors, and it's going to be interesting to see what I'm going to do with it. So let's crack on. Let's choose a where's my stylus gone? There we are. Right, I'm back in business. I need to be on the paint sketch here. I'm going to ignore the undercolor. Not even going to try that. Let's try. This is the Pastel 5 basic blend. Colour we got. Let's put in some dark colours. I've been doing a lot of pastel painting recently, using lots of different types of pastels, soft pastels, hard pastels, you name it. I've been playing around with it, and I usually begin by putting in all the darks, so that's what I'm going with today. And we need a different feel, I think, to the watercolor painting. I don't want you to see me do the same painting again, so let's kind of, that's the darks roughed in, I suppose. Maybe some browns down here. Bit of the path. Edge. Maybe I'll go, last time I did the building light at the top, so this time I'm going to make it dark. There we go. Right, now we can start lightening it up a little bit. Let's try a different pastel. What's this one? Pastel block. Oh, that's nice. I should have probably started with this one, really. That's okay. I'm wondering whether I should go in with a light coloured sky. Something like this. I'll zoom in a bit. Let's go back to that basic blend. Give ourselves a smaller piece of pastel. Get a bit warmer blue. I don't want it too light, but just that's looking very pastel-y. That word, pastel-y. So you can see if you check out the watercolor video, link in description below, I've gone for a very different approach with different areas of the painting being light. What's this one? Let's try a different brush. Pastel Impact. I think I like these Impact. Yeah, because you get those. Maybe not just yet. I can use that for texture, perhaps in a bit later on. Yeah, I'll reserve that. Impact grain. Still getting this lovely texture. So I'm not filling the grain with pastel, that's cool. Although I could do if I wanted later on. And then I can use the finger blender and sort of smudge these down a bit. So I'm going with the Impact Grain brush. I think that's a nice brush for what I want. Colour wise, I'm sticking, or values I should say, not colour, sticking more to the photo than I did in the original. Losing it a bit there, just step back a bit. think I'm sort of rushing these pastels. I need to be more with just your basic ones just for now. I can get into those for the more detailed work a little bit later on. Keep it to all that nice oranges we've got going off here. Totally lost my window. I'm going to put my pasted layer of the drawing. I'm going to put that at the top, just so I can still see the windows and things, and I'll move it later on. Move it out of the way in a bit. Let's go back to that sort of purple colour. I'm missing a window here, aren't I? Somehow, sort of. It's not in the photo, but I could add a window there. I want maybe just one there. Pick up a lighter colour. Just sills and things. Lighter still. Now, in the first one, I didn't go crazy on the foliage, the bushes around the building here. I don't know if I'm going to on this one, to be honest. Put some more darks in. Again, I'm kind of reversing that tonal order that I had in the watercolor video. I might change that again in a bit, I don't know. Put the door in. That's the front door to Compo's house, if you've ever watched Last of the Summer Wine. It's a great, one of my all-time favourite programs. It's a really sort of gentle comedy about growing old, really, and sort of old men that meet up on the moors and go walking and get themselves into lots of mischief. And the cracking episode with a vanilla slice, which is my favourite all-time episode. So I would recommend for you to check it out. So I think this magenta fuchsia background is working fine. I'm liking that. Shall we try some dusty greens? Get some green into this. Sort of blend them in a bit. Then what I can do, I can use this. I want to try. Let's try the impact grain one. Pick up that colour there. I'm not sure if should be making the brushes smaller or not, but I just want to like. Maybe not that small. That does what I want. I want to kind of just use that to put in some scales, I guess. If you watch any pastel video artists, they're always talking about scales and how to paint them. And as you can see, I haven't mastered it yet. There we go. It's a work in progress. That's it. I'm liking the fact that I'm doing the same painting as I did for the watercolour, because we're getting something totally different. So you can just see how different mediums you can really do something very different. And smudge that a bit. You know what? I always use the finger blender. Let's use a stump. Let's see what. Just want to sort of soften those colours a bit. And along here. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And down there as well. Let's push them around. When I've done, I'm going to have to crop all the pink off, I think. I wonder if I should do that now, actually. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll keep painting for a bit longer. What's this one? Pastel Free Legacy. I should by now know what they all do, but I kind of don't. I just sort of pick them up every time I want to use them, and work out again from scratch which ones I should be using for what. I just love the delicate nature of pastels. I've really fell in love with them over the last few weeks. Don't need that, I don't think. That's it. I'm just sort of tidying up these edges so when I crop it, we'll lose most of that pink. But I do think it's working. I'm quite happy with what we're getting. I think I'm going to crop it now, actually. So how does this work? Yeah, that's it. Not very often I crop anything in Krita. Is that working? Yeah, it's working. Putting that to that side for a second, and then I can zoom in, get bigger versions of them both, really. Right, I can pick up my brush now and start chiseling in. Pick this colour up, make the brush a bit smaller, just start chiseling in. Maybe this pastel impact grain number 7 will give me more organic shape, perhaps. There we go. So I'm looking at the reference picture now just to pick up that sort of dark brick underneath that window. Do I need to kind of put this window back in? That's it. So which one do you prefer? Are you liking the watercolour or this one? It'd be interesting to see which you favour. I've got a firm favourite already at the minute. That's a bit too much. Maybe I shouldn't tell you which is my favourite right now. That's a bit bright, isn't it? I don't want, you don't want your lights at the edge of the paper. You want them, you know, where your point of interest is really. So that needs to be, that's better. I don't like that central thing in there. That can go. There we are. Do I put the downpipes in? Maybe. Might be a good idea. liking it. Let's go with the number 8 pastel impact. That gave you a sort of a really like you dragging a pastel over the paper, getting a really nice texture. You can use that there. So it sort of almost puts the texture of the bricks in for you. A bit of that warm colour. Put that in. Big sweeping. This is going to look nice in the sky, actually. And it makes those sky holes. Oh yeah, perfect. Got to be careful I don't overdo it. I think the secret is not to have too much contrast. Possibly. But I can take my blending stump and just knock them back a bit. Which is quite... like that. I like it. I'm just going to use wibbly lines. Do I need wibbly lines for the steps? Quite nice. Wibbly lines it is. Put some detail in the characters. Not so much wibbly lines for that though. In fact, you know, I think those lines are a little bit dark. Changed my mind. Let's just go to the Legacy Pastel. Make it quite as dark, a little bit grayer. Maybe that wibbly line might work with it not being as dark. Let's zoom in and see what we're getting. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah. Now I want the dark line for this bit here. Wait, it's too dark though, isn't it? I don't know. Is it? No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go with that. Put some of these windows in. No, it's definitely too dark for that. Let's go with a warm orange brown. Some of these other ones in. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit more loose and less refined, perhaps. Bit of shadow in there. We go cool. Go. How far do I go with this? That's the thing. That is the thing. You know, I could work on this for hours and hours. I want to just, that's it, just lift them up a little bit. And do I need, I'm scared to put the green in, any sort of real sort of bright colours. I like these kind of muted greens and things that we've got going off. I don't think we need anything too bright. I don't like the way I've just drawn that in. When I'm doing pastels, I like to just sort of make a mark like that. And I think we could, let's be bold. I can always take it out if I don't like it, can't I? Let's go with a warm green. What's this brush do? So it's a little bit of something. Go with some wiggly lines. I think the problem with the wiggly line brush is it's really opaque, so I need to just make another brush a bit smaller for me, just for this, because I don't want. Oh, maybe I just need to make the colour different a bit. Let's go back to that wiggly brush. Wibbly lines. I see, because I've made it a little bit more muted. The colour and that kind of works. Then I can take do the finger blend, just soften it off slightly. That's cool. I don't want to put a lot of bright colour in here and detract from the main focal point, which is around here. So just subdue them a little bit. That's it. Let's get me wibbly brush. Yeah, that's it. Pop them in. I'll tell you what I do think worked really, really well, and that's that pink underpainting. Well chuffed with that. I'm just going with a little bit of no, I don't like that. Let's take that out. That's as much as I can go, so let's just paint over it again. A little bit of work on this wall. There we go. I think I want a really light, warm, pastel-y colour. Just to pop that. There. Could be too much, could be. I've got a blender, so that's not an issue, is it really? Because I can just knock it back a bit. I'm going to keep this pink in the roof and on these roofs. Just leave a little bit of sparkle, I think. Let's try that. Oh, pastelate impact again. Too much in it. Get a nice ochre. Don't want it there. I'm just thinking that colour might look quite cool on this bit of wall here. Got to be very delicate with it though. Very delicate. It's all right, but I need to just keep it very, very subtle. Got a bit of warmth going off there. I could probably put that in here as well. There we go. That I think I'm going to call that done. I really like that. I'm going to sign it. Maybe not that colour. So I suppose I ought to do it with a light. Let's try that. Zoom in a bit. Not light enough, is it? I'll do. So what do I think to these pastels? Not the pastels, I love the pastels, I have to say, but the textured paper, I love it. It's still shining through. Should I turn that pencil layer off? I might leave the sketch there, you know. Oh yeah, I think we need the sketch because I haven't put all the detail back in. So rather than having to repaint it all, I'm gonna leave the detail in with the pencil sketch. I think I quite like that. Yeah, anyway, let's look at the textures. You still see them in there, and it's been enhanced by the pastels as well, especially here. Look at that, that's lovely. I guess I could have gone sort of where it says paint for overlay mode here, and I could have taken some say the legacy pastel perhaps, and just popped maybe some highlights in or something, and it would have. It's difficult to tell with the pastel one because it's actually got a texture in the pastel as well. A bit naughty putting that in. So easy to overdo it, isn't it? Let's just step that back. Well, I guess I could just rub that out. There we go. I preferred it as it was. That's it. So anyway, I just love these papers. I love the fact that you don't have to worry about getting the blend mode right that you're painting on, that the colours look nice and bright and sharp. A brilliant job, really, brilliant job. And it's going to make life so much easier to get those nice textures for the background of your paintings. So that's so far the watercolour one and the pastel one done. Next one will be the oil painting. So I'll crack on with that next. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because I have lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them all with you. So hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget everybody, stay safe, stay sane and keep painting. Bye.